All right, guys, so I wanted to give a little tutorial on very basic chord melody. Um, the quintessential chord melody guy to listen to is Joe Pass. And man, he was my number one influence. Man, I heard some other people do it. Nobody does it like Joe Pass. And man, but there, of course, later on, the guys like Martin Taylor, Tuck Andres, are amazing solo guitar is also. But I feel like Joe Pass set the bar really high, for everybody else. And man, he could swing like nobody else. But anyway, so but for the Christian musician that wants to do worship in church, but maybe your church doesn't have. See me, in my church we didn't have a keyboard player, so I want to show how to play these songs instrumental. Like you do an altar call or something like that. Um, someone one time asked me how do you do that? With the melody and play the chords at the same time with the melody and stuff. And I kind of like was like, oh, okay. I never really thought about how to tell someone how to do it. So I kind of got my thoughts together and I figured I'd do this video. All right, so this video is about chord melody. If you especially if you're a worship musician, if you're not a worship musician, this is the key concept behind chord melody is that you play the melody on the top, on the high strings, on the high E, B, and sometimes the G, but you try to keep the melody in those two strings there, and then you play the chords under. Okay, so one good exercise to do is one thing to pay attention to when you're playing your chords. You gotta pay attention to the high note, right? And then you start hearing the melodies when you're playing. Okay, especially when you're playing G. Now it's a song that's pretty popular now. It's called "Made Away" by Travis Green, and it's pretty nice song, and it's fairly easy to play the beginning. So I wanted to lead with that just so you can see how simple it is. And I'm going to do it with one finger. Yep, one finger. Amen. So you can see the concept, right? The concept is you want to play the melody on the high strings. So you're going to do a G chord, or putting your first finger on the third fret in the first string. So you're just following your first finger, going back one fret to the second fret on the first string, third fret, then open, and C, which is your first finger on the second string, first fret. Okay, that little riff there covers that. And then you could play with your fingers, or you can play with a pick too. But you could play with your fingers, just your three fingers here. You can just play the three strings here, the E, B, and G. Okay, you just use the first finger, play the second finger on the B string or the second string, and your third finger, your ring finger, on the high E. Some chord melody guys say that you should play the lead with your ring finger. You got to learn how to play the melody with your ring finger so you can concentrate the other fingers on the chords. So that's one good advice, amen. All right, so when it comes to worship, that's pretty much the intro. And if you do that, then once you get that down, it's very simple. Once you get that down, now you want to throw in the bass. Would you throw in the G? You can do the G flat. Okay. Now, one thing you're going to learn in chord melody is that you don't necessarily have to play the block chords or play every note in the block chord, because you need your other fingers to do the melody so it can sound full, and that's it takes practice, you got to work it out before you do it. Sometimes I try to do it on the fly and I mess up all over the place, but the idea gets through. any chord melody with open strings sounds really nice, you know, because you can let the strings ring, right? It sounds really nice, right? So you try to keep the melody on the top. On the top, when we say the top, we mean the high, the top as far as like the notes, right? The high notes. Then the melody there. Okay, so what am I doing there? All right, we're playing the melody, like we said, on the high uh, three strings of the guitar, E, B, and G. Being that I'm playing this song in G, and I want that open string sound, I have it in open G. If you're gonna practice chord melody, one good thing to do is practice with the G. You could do this, right? You know, you practice with your fingers to get your fingers going. It's a G major 7, right? Okay. You can also do it with 2 fingers, right? Okay, that's your G. All right. You notice that I'm not really doing this note here on the A string, which is a traditional G. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm not even doing that. Okay, I don't even hit it because it's an extra note. Don't really need it. You know, you could, and you want to concentrate more on the melody. So important to concentrate on the melody because, especially that it's instrumental. Sometimes if the melody is not clear, then people don't know what song you're doing. And you know that there's a lot of songs that sound a little similar. All right, so I do the melody here. Right, so like I said, I try to use open strings. The B string, then the A note on the G string, the second finger, third string, second finger, second fret. Then I do a C, a full on C. Now here I go again. See, I'm just doing a pull off with that. Not really a pull off. I'm playing. Yeah, a little bit. Then we got that E minor there, right? And it does it. You got this in control, and now that. You made a way. Okay, then you go on so forth. And then you got the you move mountains. So you're doing a C, but with a ninth and add a C add 9, which is basically just your pinky playing a D note. So you're holding that note. The chords are changing. Okay, this is another good thing to practice. So you got the the C with the added ninth, which is the D note. Then you're doing a D, but fingered like this, right, with a C grip, right? Then you do the E minor. Now, where I finger both these notes with one finger. You don't have to. You can mute just do the B on the A string. Then it does right, B, D. And I hit that G, right? Then you can do the and then like the last time it goes to the high. Then it goes to then I'm standing here only because. There I break my rule. You know, sometimes you break the rules in Chord-Melody. Okay, then that repeats for a little while. All right, so that's my tutorial for Made Away by Travis Green. Giving you a couple of concepts on doing Chord-Melody, you know, for worship songs. This applies also to jazz songs and things like that. Pretty much any song, you know, you play the melody on the top and then the chord. So find the melody, start thinking about songs you like, and just start playing the melody, see where it fits, and see where the chords go, and then find the note. See, like I did here. See, I know that's a. Okay, I got the C there. You can do that too, but it gets a little awkward when you're just playing a lot of high notes. I would do that. I could do that. So there's different ways to do it. Okay, work it out. All right, so this is one of my first videos on Chord-Melody. If you guys have any questions, please post comments. If you like the video, share it with people. All right, you know, and hopefully if I get a lot of views and shares, and I'll try to post other songs. If you guys want to send me a message on YouTube, you know, asking me for any requests on any worship songs you want to learn. You know, I do this with pretty much most of the the contemporary stuff and some of the old stuff too. Amen. All right. So God bless you guys, and talk to you soon.